Hello, everybody, and a pleasant good afternoon, evening, or wherever you may be listening to this. I'm Ben Charles. This is another Roundup edition of Life's Opening Radio Raw Break. This is Roundup number 6, I believe. I hope I am correct on that one. But anyway, I'm going to review SmackDown from February 24th, 2023. I'm going to review Raw, which was on the 27th, and AEW Dynamite, which was on Wednesday, March the 1st, 2023. So without any further hoopla, I gotta talk about SmackDown. First of all, SmackDown was live in Evansville, Indiana. Evansville, Indiana. I hope you guys never get another WWE show ever again. Oh my God, SmackDown was fucking awful. We're not even 30 seconds into the show, and this show sucked. Horrendous SmackDown. Triple H, I don't know what you're smoking backstage, but if you thought SmackDown was a great show this week, you're absolutely mistaken. You're mistaking me for a fucking fool. This show was horrible. Evansville, Indiana, I hope y'all never get another WWE show ever again. I hope all of you ask for your goddamn refunds back, because this show was absolutely atrocious. Except the main event of this show and the main event segment of this show. This show was absolutely fucking garbage. Yes, we were in Evansville, Indiana. Kayla Braxton backstage. She begins the show. In comes Jimmy Uso, who enters the arena. She asks about the bloodline. He tells her he has not spoken to Jay since the chamber. He texted him, called him. He told him he can meet him in the middle of the ring later tonight, and he can talk to him face to face. Okay. Braun Strowman and Ricochet and Madcap Moss, who lost clean as a whistle last week to Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion, because remember, Gunther and Madcap Moss fought for the Intercontinental Championship on a fucking horrendous last week's SmackDown. I'm not even going to talk about SmackDown last week, because it was awful. Anyway, they had a 6-man tag. Imperium against Madcap, Ricochet, and Braun Strowman. Also, this is going to be the first of many Get Off My TVs here tonight. Madcap Moss, get off my fucking television! This dude is the most generic looking fucking jobber I have ever seen in my entire life. This man may be worse than Action Andretti, who wears the same exact shit on AEW Dynamite. Get off my fucking TV! Anyway, Madcap Moss and Giovanni Vinci start the match. Madcap with a shoulder tackle. Ricochet tags in. Ricochet with a shooting star press. Giovanni Vinci kicks out. Ricochet goes for the tag, but Giovanni Vinci with a clothesline. Ludwig Kaiser is tagged in. He chops Ricochet in the throat. He chops Strowman, who's on the apron, and that distracts the referee as they double team on Ricochet, and we go to commercial. Who cares? Kaiser with a clothesline in the middle of the ring. We're back from commercial now. Gunther tags in. He has an uppercut as Drew McIntyre, for some fucking reason, walks down. Why did Drew McIntyre come out for this match? First of all, Drew and Gunther are not feuding. So, what is going on? I have no clue. He goes for another clothesline. Does Ricochet... Giovanni Vinci goes for another clothesline on Ricochet. Strowman tags in. He runs wild on both Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Gunther with a headlock to Strowman. But Strowman gets out of it. Gunther hits a shotgun dropkick. Madcap Moss tags in. He runs right into a big-time chop. Kaiser distracts Madcap. Gunther with a chop. Then the powerbomb of doom. 1, 2, 3. Madcap Moss lost. Madcap Moss has lost for the second time in a row in 2 weeks. Triple H, get him off TV! If he is not winning matches, get this man out of my fucking company! Get him out! Viking Raiders attack Drew McIntyre. Sheamus, who attacks the Viking Raiders. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus are fucking around with the Viking Raiders. Somebody please explain to me what the fuck the Viking Raiders and Sheamus and Drew McIntyre are fighting over. They will not be on WrestleMania's card. What the fuck are they fighting over? Is this leading to a triple threat tag team match between them, the Bloodline, and the Viking Raiders? No, it is not. What the fuck are they fighting over? I asked this last week. I'm going to ask this again. What are they fighting over? Ricochet flies onto the Viking Raiders, so we're going to have a 6-man tag. We're probably going to have an 8-man tag potentially down the line. It's going to be Strowman and Ricochet and Sheamus and Drew versus Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci, and the Viking Raiders. Is that where we're going with this shit? Because right there, that is 4 tag teams right there in an 8-man tag. Why don't you all fight each other? Have a fatal 4-way tag team match. The winner faces the Usos on SmackDown. Why is this shit hard? Caleb backstage with Rey Mysterio. He says he will put an end to Karrion Kross. Ray, you will not put an end to Karrion Kross, because if you did, you would have been fucking canceled expeditiously. Rey Mysterio is not beating Karrion Kross until Rey Mysterio deals with his son. And when Rey Mysterio deals with that piece of shit Dominic Mysterio, which by the way, Cabo pointed out on the Elimination Chamber review, go watch it by the way, he pointed out that all of a sudden I randomly started hating Dominic Mysterio. I'm going to give all of you, the Cliff Note version why I hate Dominic Mysterio. These are legitimately all the reasons why I hate Dominic Mysterio. Number 1, he turned heel on Edge and Rey Mysterio for no reason at all. It was unwarranted, uncalled for, unnecessary. Nobody asked for the heel turn. No one really wanted the heel turn. Think about it. Before Clash at the Castle, Dominic and Rey, they weren't even like Dominic and Rey, there wasn't a lot of built up tension. It was over 2 weeks? Over 2.5 weeks of tension between Dominic and Edge, and then all of a sudden Dominic turns his back on Edge and Rey for no reason, I might add, and he joins the Judgment Day. You do realize Dominic Mysterio did not have to be in Judgment Day at all. And if he did, that means he would have had to be trained. He would have been a protege of Finn Balor and Damian Priest, which I wouldn't have minded. Instead, he just flat out joined them and never gave actually a legit reason why. That's number 1. Number 2, he was in the clique. Yes, the jailhouse apparently. Apparently, Triple H wrote up this idea. It was either Triple H or Road Dogg Jesse James. Oh, you didn't know? This shit sucks, Road Dogg. But that's not the point. The point is, Dominic Mysterio has this jail thing going, which I don't understand necessarily why is it on TV. I don't give a fuck if Dominic has went to jail. I don't care if he had a felony. I don't care if he had a misdemeanor. I don't care if he had fucking first-degree murder charge. I don't give a fuck. It does not work on TV. It sucks. And Dominic is the most cringiest character on Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley is more over than he is. And number 3, Dominic cannot go in the ring. I have not seen Dominic wrestle singles matches on Monday Night Raw. Which still means he is green as fucking grass. Those are all of the legit reasons why I hate Dominic Mysterio. And speak of the devil himself, he was on TV. Dominic with Rhea Ripley. He asked Santos Escobar how much is he going to keep kissing Ray's ass. Which, first of all, Santos respects your father, and he does not respect you. Which, I am fine with that. That's cool. Santos and Ray, they had respect. And Santos is I feel like Santos is earning Ray's respect, because remember everybody, Santos Escobar is a heel. Am I correct here? What, 2 weeks ago, Legado del Fantasma was fighting fucking Who were they fighting? The Viking Raiders, I believe? Or was that last month? I'm sorry. But either way, they were a heel group, right? With Selena and yeah, this is interesting. But yeah, that's that. Anyway, Santos tells Dominic that if he needs to be taught respect, he will show him. Dominic tells him that in prison, those who didn't back up what they said got dealt with. Dominic, I don't believe you for 1 second. I don't believe Dominic Mysterio has ever been a man of his fucking word in his entire miserable, pathetic life. I don't care if he ever hears this. Get off my fucking television, Dominic. Please! You stink! Moving on. Jimmy, Solo, Sikoa, and Heyman are backstage. Let me calm down for a sec. The Bloodline wants the best thing on the show. Let's get that out the way. Jimmy tells Heyman that since the Royal Rumbles, things have been crazy with the Bloodline, but since Montreal, things are different. Jimmy says Jey Uso might have been spooked over Sami Zayn. Paul Heyman says to Jimmy that if that's the case, Solo can stay backstage with him and Jimmy can handle Jey Uso in the ring, man to man. Jimmy agrees. We go to commercial break. LA Knight is here. LA Knight, by the way, still employed. He is not faring out well on the main roster. LA Knight needs to be legitimately built up way better than this. First of all, he faced Kofi fucking Kingston tonight. I don't remember Kofi Kingston being a SmackDown superstar. Do you? I don't. I don't remember Kofi Kingston becoming an NXT guy. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are legitimately transitioning from NXT to SmackDown, back to NXT. Which fucking brand are they on, Triple H? Which brand are they on? Why don't they stay on NXT and quit having them on SmackDown? Because I'm sick of the New Day right now. Please, get them off TV. LA Knight, I'm not even going through the rest of his promo because he says, and I quote, you can't have an LA WrestleMania without LA Knight. LA Knight, you were never on the card and you will never be on this card. You may be on, what? I don't know, on a C-level pay-per-view. What, let's say, well, not Money in the Bank specifically, but probably, let's see, SummerSlam, probably the King of the Ring. Maybe you'll be on that pay-per-view. Other than that, because, you know, there's rumors that the King of the Ring is going to be in June this year, and it's going to be an actual pay-per-view. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not too sure, but hopefully Triple H does the right thing and have King of the Ring as an actual pay-per-view this time, and actually have it in a place where, you know, a lot of things can happen and built it up towards everything. You know, King of the Ring qualifying matches needs to happen after Backlash. That's what I would do. LA Knight versus Kofi Kingston. This match went 10 minutes. I already gave this a no fucking rating. I did not care about this match whatsoever. This match went 10 minutes. Kofi Kingston won and LA Knight loses for the third time in a row. Who the fuck cares about LA Knight? Get him off my TV. Oh Lord. Oh no, this promo. Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair comes out for a promo. You can tell by the pause and by the complete anger I feel right now deep inside my soul how very little I gave a flying fuck about this promo. No fucking rating for this promo. Get Dominic Mysterio off my TV. He called Charlotte Flair Queenie. Queenie. Word for word, and I quote, in big bold letters, Queenie. That is the worst compliment I have ever heard in my life. Don't you ever call another woman Queenie ever again, Dominic, in your entire miserable life. Get the fuck off my TV. No rating for this segment. This sucked. Natalya versus Shayna Baszler. Again, for the third time in 3 months. This was actually a solid match. I can handle this type of match. But other than that, the rest of the show was absolutely god-awful. Shayna grabs Natalya. Banner twists Natalya's left arm. And Natalya throws it with a hip toss. Shayna lowers her right knee pad. She runs towards Natalya, but Natalya rolls her up, but Shayna kicks out. Natalya with a Russian leg sweep. Natalya with more forearms and a German suplex. Natalya hits a clothesline. Shayna kicks out. Natalya goes for the sharpshooters. Shayna kicks her away. Shayna rolls to the outside. Natalya with a baseball slide. She grabs Shayna and throws her back in the ring. Natalya and Ronda Rousey face to face. Why the fuck are Natalya and Ronda Rousey are still feuding? I don't know. Natalya is distracted by Ronda Rousey on the ring apron. Shayna hits her with a knee. She rolls her back into the ring. Shayna with the arm bar, and Natalya taps out. I gave this match a 4, logic 1, because Natalya looked fucking stupid in this fucking match. So, yeah. If all of you are keeping score, by the way, the 6-man tag between Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Madcap Moss, and Imperium, I gave that match a 6, and logic, I gave it a 1. There you go. The next match after that was LA Knight, Kofi Kingston, no rating. The next match after that, Shayna Baszler, Natalya, I got a lot rest quality 4, logic 1, because Natalya looked fucking dumb in this match. I don't know why Natalya looked so stupid in this match. I have no clue. And this next segment, Firefly Funhouse. Oh boy, Bray Wyatt. I know Josh hates Bray Wyatt. I don't blame him. Ladies and gentlemen, Bray Wyatt needs to get off my TV. I cannot believe Bray Wyatt has fallen off so bad. So we have a Firefly Funhouse segment. We cut to Bray watching his promo from last week and laughing. He cuts to a clip of Bobby Lashley speaking on Raw, saying he will not be disrespected. We cut to Funhouse News. Things are not so great. And he asks who opens the door. Uncle Howdy gives the weather. We cut to a game show called Can You Keep a Secret? Yes, I can keep multiple secrets, Uncle Howdy. I have a secret of my own. Bray Wyatt fucking sucks! That's my secret! No rating! Jimmy sitting with Solo Sikoa. Heyman says he got a text from Roman. He'll be on SmackDown next week. And he wants him to know that he will handle... Jimmy will handle Jay tonight, or Roman will handle Jay for him next week personally. So, if Jimmy doesn't handle Jay, Roman will handle Jay next week, which I will actually review for next week. There you go. Rey Mysterio versus Karrion Kross, the best thing on this entire fucking show except the main event segment. This was the main event of the show, by the way. Karrion Kross beat the shit out of Rey Mysterio. This match went 4 minutes, and it was awesome. Rey Mysterio died 1,000 deaths. Not to be specifically crazy, not to say anything crazy or anything like that, but he died in 5 minutes. But also, Dominic distracted Rey. Rey gets hit with the cross hammer and gets put in the cross jacket. Rey passes out. So, Rey is going to fight Dominic. The question is where. I don't want it at WrestleMania. It needs to be settled legitimately at a big time show. Is it WrestleMania? I wouldn't mind if it's at WrestleMania. And here's what I would do. I would have a no DQ match. You know, Rey can fight. Rey is the ultimate underdog, right? Everyone says, hey, this guy has been the most overlooked. This guy is a legend. This guy deserves everything. Here's what I would do. Rey versus Dominic, WrestleMania. No DQ match. Judgment Day, barred from ringside. No DQ. Rey and Dominic, one-on-one, no interference. None. And Rey Mysterio beats Dominic. That is what should happen. Other than that, Karrion Kross beat the shit out of Rey. This match went, I believe, 7 minutes. Yeah, this went 7 minutes. And there you go. I gave this a Wrestling 5 logic, probably a 2. Because Dominic did not deserve to come out to the ring. By the way, Dominic had 4 segments on this show. Let me repeat that again. Dominic Mysterio had 4 appearances on SmackDown, and he's a Raw superstar. Get Dominic off my fucking television. I'm saying this for the last fucking time. Get him out of here. Dominic gets into the ring. He beats up Ray. He tells Ray to get... No, he actually didn't beat up Ray. He tells Ray to get up and hit him. He pushes Ray. Dominic continues to push Ray. Ray gets in Dominic's face. Dominic tells him to hit him. Ray turns around. Dominic grabs him. Ray kicks the bottom rope. He leaves the ring. So Ray is not fighting his son anytime soon. If I'm Ray, I'm beating the shit out of Dominic. I would have beat him up in this segment. Because, first of all, I'm your father. And second of all, you deserve to be humbled big time by your own dad. So there you go. This was the best thing on this entire show. Jimmy Uso walks down to the ring. Jimmy says if he is not here, he know he is out there watching somewhere. From brother to brother, he know he is torn. He knows he is hurt, and when Jay is hurt, he is hurt. But he wants to tell him that he will always be there for him no matter what. Just like he needs him to be there for him right now. He knows there are issues. They have a Zayn problem, an Owens problem. They need to defend both tag team titles. He knows Jay has issues with the tribal chief. Sami Zayn runs through the crowd. Jimmy turns around. As Jimmy is turned around, Sami Zayn comes through the ring. Sami says he's not here to fight. He knows he wants to talk to Jay, and he would too, but right now he needs to talk to Jay. Every time he hears him say brother, that breaks his heart because that's what Jimmy was to him. They had his back in the bloodline from day one. When Jay didn't trust him, he did. He was the one who made him the honorary Uso and all that other stuff. But when things went south at the Royal Rumble, he didn't even think twice. He took him down with zero hesitation. Jimmy Uso tells Sami Zayn he is selfish. He wants to put the blame on Jimmy Uso, but it was Sami Zayn who made that choice. He pulled the trigger. He stepped on Jimmy and Jay. He tells Sami that you did what you had to do. He says family don't betray you. Zayn tells family doesn't make you test your loyalty every week. They don't make you jump hoops. They don't try to manipulate you. That's what Roman did to Jay for years. We see Jay standing in the crowd. Jay is walking down. He's walking down from the crowd. Sami Zayn says the bloodline is not about Roman Reigns. It is about one man. And if it's the last thing he'll do, he will make the Roman crumble down. Just like he told Jay, he is telling Jimmy. He doesn't have to go down with the ship. He knows Jimmy knows what he's saying is true. Jimmy Uso beats the shit out of Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn comes back. Zayn hits a haluva kick. Jay stands by the barricade, and out comes Solo. And Sami Zayn runs away. And Sami Zayn jumps the barricade, and the show fades to black with a great main event segment. That was the best thing about SmackDown for this episode. The Bloodline and Sami Zayn storyline is going alive, and it is still strong. It is just great. It's just great to see Sami Zayn get a bigger spot than 2 years ago. It is just so good to see Sami Zayn in this position, and Sami Zayn is legitimately, trying to literally break apart the bloodline from within, which I think is the best plan of action. Now, Josh mentioned back on the Elimination Chamber review that excuse me for a second. He mentioned that he didn't think Jey Uso was going to turn heel. The reason why I said my thoughts back on the Chamber review, the reason why I say that, I'm going to tell you all a little bit of a backstory here. I thought Jey Uso was going to hit Roman, but I did not think Jey Uso was actually going to hit Roman. That was where I was going with that. Now, many people on social media wanted Jey Uso to turn heel on Sami Zayn instead of Roman Reigns, which would have been the dumbest fucking decision you will ever see from WWE in the last 10 years. And I am not making this up. WWE have done some of the dumbest fucking shit in the last 15 years than WCW in the year 1999. It is that bad. Their track record alone speaks for itself. They have done the dumbest of stupidest things has WWE in the last 15 years. And now all of a sudden, people wanted to force Jey Uso, who has been cool with Sami Zayn this entire time, to turn back heel on Sami Zayn in order for Jey Uso to have heat on himself for Sami Zayn to fight him, and then Sami can recruit Kevin Owens to fight the Usos for the tag team titles when Sami Zayn is one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions with Jey Uso. Let me repeat that again for those in the back. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso are Raw Tag Team Champions. Not Jimmy Uso, not Solo Sikoa, not Roman Reigns, not the wise man Paul Heyman. Nobody else. Sami Zayn. And if all of you think that Jey Uso was going to turn heel on this C-level pay-per-view called the Elimination Chamber and have him waste all of our time, y'all thought Triple H is stupid. You guys really think Triple H is the dumbest human being on the face of this earth? Triple H is smarter than that. He knew. I'm losing my voice a little bit here. Hold on. Triple H knew that all of you wanted Jey Uso to turn heel on Sami Zayn. He knew that, and that's why he didn't do it. Because it does not make sense. And we're going to leave it at that, and that's the end of this review. For SmackDown, I'm going to talk about Raw in just a second. We'll be back with more stuff, plus we're going to talk about Dynamite, and expect a lot of bullshit on AEW Dynamite. But yes, I'm going to talk about Raw in just a second. Alright everybody, Monday Night Raw, February 27, 2023 from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Kevin Patrick, Get Off My TV, and Corey Graves on commentary. Jimmy Uso begins the show. He makes his way down with Solo Sikoa. Jimmy says he's seen the post about how the bloodlines have cracks in it. It may look that way, but if you've ever been in a family, you know that families always fight. Well, that's not always the case, Jimmy Uso. I don't know what the hell you're watching. I don't know if you watch The Bold and the Beautiful. I don't know if you watch The Young and the Restless, because families in that show, they don't fight at all. So I don't know what you're talking about. Sami Zayn starts getting chanted. Jimmy says if you come for one member of the bloodline, you come for all members of the bloodline. Sami Zayn found out that in his hometown that he can't get over on bloodline. Kevin Owens thought they were cracked, but he found out there weren't. As for Cody at WrestleMania, which Cody does get chanted by the way, do they think he will get over on Roman Reigns? No. Speaking of Tribal Chief, he's here. He will be here on SmackDown to remind everyone who thinks they run SmackDown. As for tonight, they're here to remind them who runs Monday Night Raw. The Street Profits come out. Montez Ford, we haven't seen him since the Elimination Chamber. He's on this show. Montez greets the crowd before pretending to be excited. Angelo Dawkins says Solo Sikoa doesn't wear shoes because his bunions have to breathe. Montez Ford says, we also got the guy who got a 90 in WWE 2K23. That's not a legit reason why you should be fighting anybody. Montez Ford. I'm going to stop right here. We're not even going to talk about the rest of this promo right now. We're going to stop right here. Montez Ford. I don't care if Jimmy Uso was a 99 overall in WWE 2K23. This is not a reason why you should be fighting the fucking bloodline for no reason. I get why this match happened, but why was that a reason? All because he has a 90 in WWE 2K23. Oh, now we gotta fight Jimmy Uso. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway, this leads to a tag team match, player. I wish Teddy Long was booking this goddamn show, because this show sucked. Horrible show. Jimmy Uso and Solo versus the Street Profits. This match went 13 minutes. This was a good match, actually. This was not better than Cody versus Chad Gable, though. But yeah, this was a good match. I'm not really gonna go over this rest of this match because you all know where this is fucking leading to. The Street Profits are not beating the Bloodline before WrestleMania. You all know where this is leading to. Solo Sikoa remains undefeated, and he gets the win on Angelo Dawkins. I gave this match a 5, Logic 2. And that's the best I will give. The reason why I give it a 2 is because, simply put, the Bloodline was going to win, and the Street Profits were not going to win. So that's pretty much right there. Kevin Owens comes out, he stuns Solo Sikoa. No. He super kicks Solo, then he drops Jimmy Uso with a stunner, and he runs out of the ring. So Kevin Owens once again causing problems with the Bloodline. There you go. Replays shown from the Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley match from the Elimination Chamber, which I gave no rating for that match. It was terrible. It went 3 minutes. Brock Lesnar is on the VIP lounge. This was the worst segment all show. The VIP lounge is still a thing. I know people are going to say MVP is one of the best things about Monday Night Raw. I agree with you on that sentiment, but why do we have the VIP lounge on Monday Night Raw? Who writes this shit? Anyway, all you need to know, Brock Lesnar is in the VIP lounge. Lesnar and MVP, they talk. MVP hypes up the fight between Brock and Omos. The almighty Nigerian giant, Omos! Fuck off! Brock Lesnar and Omos is made official after Brock Lesnar F5's MVP. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the part where I'm about to go into a legitimately rant about this fucking goofball ass fucking writing. Brock Lesnar and Omos is at WrestleMania. Let me remind you why this shit sucks. There is no build. There is no heat for Omos. Let me repeat that again. There is no heat for fucking Omos. None. And now this match is happening at WrestleMania for what? Who writes this garbage? This shit sucks! No rating for this segment. Horrible! Excuse me. Let me calm down. John Cena will be on Raw next week, which we will review, by the way. Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable. Oh, hold on. Before we go to Cody versus Chad Gable. Kathy Kelly with Becky Lynch and Lita. Lita says that she has watched some of the best tag teams at work and that they will be the most groundbreaking champions of all time. Becky Lynch and Lita becoming the most groundbreaking women's tag team champions of all time. Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable. This match was great, but Chad Gable lost for the 5,988th time. Chad Gable, get off my fucking TV! Shoosh your ass off my fucking TV! You lost in 9 minutes! Goon! This match went 9 minutes. I gave this match a 6. I gave this match a 6. Logic 1 because Cody was going to win anyway. That's all. Byron Saxton backstage with Baron Corbin. Still employed. Oh, by the way, hold on. Byron Saxton, I got something to tell you really fast. Byron Saxton, you had approximately, wait a second. Give me a second, everybody. Byron Saxton had approximately 2 segments on this show. Kathy Kelly had 3 segments on this show. Byron Saxton, get off my fucking TV. Baron Corbin, you need to be fired by July. If you ain't doing shit by July, you need to be come back to the Lone Wolf, bro. This is ridiculous. Corbin says things hasn't been going his way. Saxton needs to cut this short and chase after Kevin Owens. Saxton asks about the consequence of what he did tonight. Owens says the Bloodline shouldn't be worried about consequences. He won't stop until he gets what he wants, and that is Roman Reigns. We'll take a look at what the Judgment Day did on SmackDown. On SmackDown, which I already reviewed. Judgment Day come out. They cut a backstage promo. Dominic Mysterio said they had a Mysterio family reunion on Friday. Dominic showed what kind of a competitor his father is. A loser just like he is as a father. Oh yes, because apparently Rey Mysterio did not raise Dominic right. Dominic Mysterio, get the fuck off my TV. If I even hear your voice, I'm muting you expeditiously on sight. You are being muted. You are changed the channel heat. You literally have changed the channel. You have changed the channel tendencies, bro. Dominic Mysterio, go away. And I think I've already explained why I hate Dominic Mysterio. I don't know why everyone else believes that Dominic Mysterio is all of a sudden all cool. You know, he's not cool. We don't know where prison he went to. We don't know how many months he was out in prison. We don't even know. And honestly, we don't even fucking care. Get him off TV. Rhea Ripley will face Liv Morgan on Friday. Why? Rhea Ripley says she shook Charlotte Flair by being in the same arena as her. Finn Balor asks Edge if he thought this was over. This is over when he says it's over. Balor challenges Edge to a match at WrestleMania, but it is not Hell in a Cell. It is not Hell in a Cell. It is not Last Man Standing. It is pretty much just a match. Just a normal one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Blow this feud off. Get rid of this This feud should end at WrestleMania. Judgment Day, Edge, Beth Phoenix. This feud should end at WrestleMania. Otis is pacing outside the trainer's office. Maxine Dupree walks up. The Maximum Male models are still employed on my fucking television. Otis is still employed. Chad Gable is still employed. Finn Balor is unfortunately still employed because all of a sudden he has a match with Edge. Which this feud needs to end. They have been feuding for the last 7 months. Maxine Dupree says they can be in his corner for a match tonight. Otis agrees to it. Yes, apparently because Otis needs to be in the Maximum Male models. Can all of you get the fuck off my television? Please, for the love of God. This show sucked. Otis was in the semi-main event against Johnny Gargano. He lost in 3.5 minutes. This show sucks. Triple H, William Regal, Road Dogg. Oh, you didn't know? This show sucked. Asuka versus Carmella. No rating. Asuka beat her in 5 minutes. No rating. Fuck you. This show sucked. Piper Niven versus Candice LeRae. 3 minutes. No rating. Candice LeRae win. Candice LeRae won with a fucking roll-up. This show sucked. Horrible show. Miz still employed. Miz is here. Miz had a special WrestleMania edition of Miz TV. This show sucked. I'm not even going to the rest of this show. This show sucks. I hate this show. Bobby Lashley versus Elias. Bobby Lashley beat the shit out of Elias. Put the Hurt Lock on him. 2 minutes. No rating. We have had 3 back-to-back-to-back. No fucking ratings. This show sucked. Otis versus Johnny Gargano. No rating. Johnny Gargano beat him in 3 minutes. Main event, Becky Lynch and Lita versus Dakota Kai and Io Sky. I actually thought this was the second best match on this entire show. The main event, I actually didn't mind, actually, because at the same time, Becky Lynch and Lita were going to win the tag team titles anyway before WrestleMania, because now, all of a sudden, we got to have a 6-man tag, a 6-woman tag, pardon me. I'm not assuming anything. A 6-woman tag between Becky, Lita, and Trish versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. That's where we're going for WrestleMania. Yes, because we got to have Lish and we got Lish Trish Stratus and Lita on the same exact show at WrestleMania. Once again, I ask, who writes this garbage? Trish came out in the main event, did a moonsault behind the referee's back, which should have been a fucking disqualification, but it was not because the referee did not see it. Who's the referee for this match? Rob Zapata, get him off TV. Go! Rob Zapata will be one of our referees for our future awards. The awards will be revealed at the Battle of the Valley review. Give me a fucking break. Monday Night Raw was absolutely god-awful. I'm not even going to talk about the rest of this show. Becky Lynch and Lita are your new women's tag team champions. Why? I don't know. I don't care. This show sucked. Quick recap of Raw before we go to AEW Dynamite, because Dynamite was fucking horrible as well. Kevin Owens. Oh, by the way, next week, we're going to talk about next week. We will review next week. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul face-to-face. Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor. Kevin Owens versus Solo. Bianca versus Carmella, non-title match. And John Cena returns back to Raw. And John Cena will probably challenge Austin Theory for the US title. That's next week. And we're going to talk about next week right here on the Roundup. But this show was absolutely horrible. Quick recap of Raw. Jimmy Uso and Solo beat the Street Profits. Clean pin. Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable. Clean pin. Asuka beat Carmella with the Asuka lock. Match went 3 minutes. No fucking rating. Candice LeRae beat Piper Niven with a fucking roll-up. Went 3 minutes. No rating. Bobby Lashley beat Elias in the Hurt Lock. 2 minutes. No rating. Johnny Gargano beat Otis in 3 minutes with the one final beat DDT. No rating. We had 4 no ratings in the middle of this show. What the fuck was this show? What the fuck was this Monday Night Raw? This was absolutely one of the worst editions of Monday Night Raw I have ever seen in the last 9 months. This show sucked. Horrible show. Jesus Christ. I have a headache. This show sucks. AEW Dynamite. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Alright everybody, that's SmackDown and Raw. That's pretty much the reviews. If you notice how I haven't been reviewing AEW Dynamite as of late, I didn't review last week's Dynamite. I'm not going to review this week's Dynamite because this week's Dynamite, this is the go-home show for AEW Revolution. The show sucks, number 1. Number 2, why do we have a Casino Tag Team Battle Royale for the second week in a row? I have no clue. When MJF and Bryan Danielson are the best things about your show, meanwhile, all of you have to go through nearly about, 90 minutes of AEW Dynamite? Like AEW Dynamite is not good. It has not been good for the past 2 weeks now. It has not been good. The booking is horrible. We got the Face of the Revolution ladder match, which is on Dynamite instead of the pre-show of the pay-per-view, which I do not understand. That's number 1. Number 2, can somebody please explain to me why do we need 4 tag teams to fight for 1 tag team titles? You do realize the tag team titles for All Elite Wrestling is becoming more and more worthless as the weeks go on with it being on the Gun Club. To which I don't even want them as tag team champions. Yes, people are going to say, oh, but Ben, this is a story match. A story match? We have 4 teams fighting over a worthless piece of tag team titles right now? That's what you call a story? A story match? But anyway, I'm gonna go over the card for Revolution real fast. Samoa Joe versus Wardlow for the TNT title. Jericho Ricky Starks, MJF Bryan Danielson, Iron Man match, 60 minutes for the world title. What else is on the show? Oh, the tag team match I just mentioned. And there's something. Oh, Saraya versus Saraya versus Ruby Soho versus Jamie Hayter for the women's title. There you go. That's pretty much the card for Revolution. We will review AEW Revolution next Friday. Pretty much, yeah. We're going to review Revolution next week. As for this week, Battle in the Valley review, and I will reveal for the very first time, the nominees and the certain awards that we are going to have for all of these guys. These guys, they are referees and wrestlers, so they are they're in the same realm of these awards. We're going to reveal the awards at Battle in the Valley Review. Hope you all check that out. And thank you all for the positive, very positive reaction to the Elimination Chamber review that we did, even though I was on it for barely 15 minutes. It was a nice thing to have Cabo and Josh review the show. Josh is, he may be part-time, which is fine, but hey, at least he's on the show. At least he's finally getting back into the groove of everything. And back into wrestling, maybe. Who knows. Anyway, on behalf of both of them, I'm Ben Charles. We'll see y'all next week. We'll see what happens on Raw. We'll see what happens with Roman and Cody on SmackDown. We'll see what happens in the fallout of AEW Revolution. We're going to talk about all that and so much more. All of that next week right back here on the Roundup. I'm Ben Charles. So long, everybody.